Well, fight fans, last night we saw a fight that very well could have been fight of the night, and it could be a top 10 candidate for fight of the year. Katie Taylor pulling out a slim victory over Delfine Persoon. Katie Taylor wins a majority decision, a fight that I picked Katie to win by UD, but after I watched the fight, I thought it would be a draw. At worst, I actually didn't think Katie would win the fight. I thought a draw was going to happen, especially after the first card was read, or even some type of weird, split draw. One judge had it a draw, one judge would have had it for Delphine, another judge would have had it for Katie. But that's not how it came out. The judges saw Katie as the winner, and she moves on. It was a very good fight. Person, I have actually seen her fight about 3 times before this. She's definitely a rough customer. Kind of reminds you of a Ricardo Mayorga, maybe even a younger Bernard Hopkins. A good fighter, but a lot of rough tactics in there. Orlando Salido comes to mind. A lot of rough tactics, a lot of charging in, hitting with the head. Not saying she's hitting with the head on purpose, but hitting with the head. I saw a few elbows in there. She wanted to make it a rough, dirty fight. And if you looked at Katie's face when the fight was over, she accomplished it. She made it a rough, dirty fight. I'm not exactly sure what I really think about the scoring. I actually did not score the fight. I watched the fight a second time. I said I was going to score it. I didn't. I just sat back and enjoyed it. But my feelings stayed the same. It appeared that the worst case scenario is the fight would be a draw, but it wasn't. There's a lot of people who have been on Twitter saying that they thought Delphine was robbed. There were people who had her winning the fight by 2 rounds. Look, I don't have any issues with that because it was a very close, rough fight. But I also don't have an issue with the judges giving Katie a slim margin because she did box very well. She did her best to kind of stay out of harm's way from Delphine. She did a good job of brawling when she needed to brawl. And I mean, it's boxing, guys. It is what it is. Katie wins and now she moves on. Now, at the end of the fight, they asked Katie would she give Person a rematch, and she said she absolutely would. But I noticed that she quickly went to Amanda Serrano and said that, that's who she would want to fight next. That's what I would like to see Katie do. It reminds me of something Roy Jones said a couple of years ago. I forget who the fight was, but it was it was an undefeated fighter fighting, and whoever it was, they came through with a slim victory in the fight. And Roy Jones said, with his post-fight comments that guy needs to just move on, because he did say after the fight, well, of course I'll give him a rematch. But Roy said, when you fight a fight like that, when you fight a tough competitor like that, be happy that you got through the fight, that you won the fight by the slimmest of margins, and don't even worry about a rematch. Just move on to something else. And I think that's what Katie is planning on doing. She said she had a plan for this year. She fought the 2 fights she wanted to fight. Person was second. Next would be Serrano. And then at the end of the rainbow, at the end of this year, would be a fight with the queen of female boxing, Cecilia Brækhus, at welterweight. That's what I would like to see Katie do. Whether she wins or loses her next one of her next 2 fights, or loses them both or wins them both, I have no problem with her giving Delphine a rematch, but I think that Katie needs to do it next year. Go on, heal up, let those cuts heal, and get Amanda Serrano in the ring, and then maybe Brækhus at the end of the year. Stick with the plan you originally said, and then let's see the rematch next year. Pretty much that's it. Why don't you all tell me what you thought about it? I thought it was a very exciting fight. It had to be exciting to me because I watched it last night, and then I watched it again today being Sunday. Well, that's it. Katie Taylor wins by a majority decision. Give me your thoughts. Catch y'all later.